Now, talking about the ripple effect of multinationals exiting the Nigerian environment, let's look at the business environment in Nigeria. What are the key industries driving the Nigerian economy?
Yes. They had always depended on the petroleum industry for a quite number of years now. So the petroleum industry is the highest, of course, even in GDP and all that, in earnings. And of course, we have the agriculture, we have the mining and tourism, which some of us have argued that Nigeria has not tapped into it enough as a nation. We have abundant resources that we have not dig down deep, because everybody is you see, the oil money is more like a gotten in a platter of gold. You know, it's something you just get there and get it and all. So everybody is gravitating towards oil. And so we have forgotten about agriculture, we have forgotten about mining and all of that. But we have the natural resources that should drive this economy outside petroleum, outside oil. You know, so this is what we are calling on government to do. In fact, the year 2024, the government should focus on diversification of economy. It's been a policy over the years, but I think it's highly leapfrogged. You know, they just budget money, we are taking this one, and by the end, you don't see anything on ground to show that money has been spent on diversification of economy. The highest you see, like we experienced, I had a few experience in, and a few people around me, few persons around me in this festive season. The highest we experience is the fact that some monies have been given to some, you know, farmers in the north who are now feeding the south. You know, a cow seller, somebody that usually supply my family, last 2 weeks ago, he told me that those that are supplying the cow decided to put a tag price. You cannot even price it. Why? Because they are the sole producers, they are the sole sellers of these commodities. They have to go on strike and have the issue before they resolved it. You know, so they are giving people in the north money. Whether it's coming to the south, it's a matter of politics. You know, perhaps it's ending up in the hand of few politicians, but they get to these guys, they are now feeding us. They take oil money to empower them, and then they bring goods with the oil money to come and feed and determine the price for us. These are dangers for our economy. These are dangers.
Well, we cannot really talk about the business environment without looking at the challenges facing businesses in Nigeria. Can you throw more light on that?
The challenges
facing businesses in Nigeria.
Oh, that's huge. It's a huge topic on its own. For example, first, poor infrastructure.
Okay.
And when we talk about poor infrastructure, the core of poor infrastructure is bad road and epileptic power supply. If government can fix the road and it gets more travel, the rail is working, the transportation system where you can move from one place to another and do business is flexible, it will aid. And then on top of it is the power. You know, the cost of running business in Nigeria, it's one of the critical area Nigeria government should look at is power supply. And we were very disheartening that it was until when they until when they gave the coup that just took place in one of the African countries. It was when they gave them strengthening measures, gave them and that Nigeria cut off the supply of light from that to that country.
Yeah.
That's when we realized that Nigeria was actually giving power that is not enough in Nigeria to other countries.
And it gets me wondering the wisdom behind Nigerians supplying light to neighboring countries, and we don't even have enough light ourselves.
I wouldn't say it's the height of foolishness, but that's height of mismanagement of government resources. You see, it's like you have a family, you have food. The food is not enough for your family, and you're giving it out, and your children are crying, you have not been a good parent by doing that. So poor infrastructure, multiple taxation is part of it. Multiple taxation, you see, you open a business and then this one come, you have not paid this, this other group say you have not paid this, and all of that, it distracts the economy, it distracts the business environment, you know. So lack of access to capital, these days you don't hear about loans and grants anymore, you know. It's on paper but it's not in the reality, you know. So people should assess SMEs. What is government doing? When was the last time government disbursed money to SMEs, knowing the economic harsh environment that the business exist in Nigeria? You know, come up on television and tell you, we know your plight, we
giving out palliatives, and at the end of the day it doesn't get
we just be patient, we know what you are going through, but it should be backed up with certain policies, because no nation can survive without the business environment.